Hey everybody, J Squared John Jeremy here, and I was thrilled with the amount of interest in Star Citizen. The video that I posted, fantastic response from the majority of you, and to those that were debating or were kind of questioning the decision on as to whether or not why somebody would pay money to play a game that hasn't even been released yet. That's the whole point. And I love that sort of discussion. So what I want to do with you today is I want to show you the Star Citizen website where everything is being created right now and show to you what exactly is being done. The hangar is a beautiful thing. Looking forward to more of its releases, but it's really only one thing in a vast amount of information that has been provided to those that are interested in the idea of Star Citizen. What you're seeing before you right now is in fact a concept art of one of the Star Citizen ships, the Idris, and it looks fantastic. What I'm going to bring up to you right now is the Star Citizen website. It's actually called robertsspaceindustries.com. The reason why it's called Roberts Space Industries, one, obviously it's named for Chris Roberts, the creator and executive producer of this particular game. But Roberts Space Industries is in fact going to be an actual company in Star Citizen. I know, weird, but true. So this is the main website where people can get information regarding Star Citizen. As you guys can see, I do have my own account. J Squared JJ or John Jeremy. I'm a subscriber. I'm an original backer. I have Earth credits, and there's a whole bunch of things in regards to that. So if you guys are on Star Citizen's website, if you are on robertsspaceindustries.com, feel free to look me up. I'm right there. No worries. But yeah, if we take a look at the About section, the About RSI overview, the company overview, actually talks about RSI as if it was part of the game, which is really an interesting way of looking at things, even though it shows Chris Roberts right there. And it just kind of goes through exactly what RSI is, in which case RSI is a developer and manufacturer of vessels, space vessels. So there you go right there. Now, the biggest questions in regards to Star Citizen was, why would people put so much money into a game like that? Well, Star Citizen represents an idea to me. It's an idea that it doesn't need to be pinpointed and overlaid about how a game should be. There hasn't been millions of dollars in marketing in regards to the game. This is a game for people who want to play this type of game. That's really what it is all about, and there's no hampering or disillusion of the actual game type to get a game that more people will buy. This is a game for only those that are interested in buying and interested in playing, and that's what attracts me the most to Star Citizen. I've played space simulations in the past. My favorite space simulation back in the day was, and this is back in the day, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Way back in the day, I had the joystick. It was a blast, but it wasn't a big seller. It wasn't crazy, but it was enjoyable. Nowadays, you get kind of like these cookie-cutter games where they're over and over again doing the same thing, and it's just a bunch of nonsense. That's kind of what attracts me to these outlying games like Crusader Kings and Star Citizen and these other games that kind of go outside the realm of just the regular type of average game. So one of the other questions was, well, what do you get? Like, how much money has been put into this game? Well, as you guys can see right from the website, right now they're about just under. They're about $1,500 away from breaking $17 million. That's an insane amount of crowd-funded money. $17 million. Over 230,000 people have pledged money to this game in order for it to work. That's crazy. 230,000 people plus have pledged money to a game that they're not even guaranteed going to see for at least full-fledged for at least another year and a half, if not 2 years. That just shows how much faith there is in both Chris Roberts and the idea of the game, as well as just the desire to do something different with video gaming, in my opinion. We also, and this is a good business decision in one, but also it's nice in that it creates these ideas and these features. We have stretch goals. So currently, Star Citizen is aiming to be the first AAA game developed with money from fans instead of a major publisher. Chris Roberts has gone on record in saying that he doesn't want investor money. He doesn't want publisher money. He wants to do the game just from the money given to him and given to his company by fans. So, in order to do so, they've announced stretch goals for certain features in the game. And they announce new stretch goals every time they break a current stretch goal. So, as soon as they break 17 million, they'll announce 18 and 19 million. So right now, once we break 17 million, which we're guaranteed to do, every pledger who has backed before 17 million will receive a ship upgrade package containing an engine modifier. So you'll be able to upgrade your engines before you even start playing the game if you've backed it before 17 million. And Star Citizen is going to feature an additional flyable ship class, the Battlecruiser. So perhaps the Battlecruiser would have been an NPC class ship. Now it's going to be an actual player-driven ship. So that's awesome. And they've made this website here, this actual page here, Funding Goals, to showcase where exactly they started from and where they've gone to now. So originally when the campaign was first started, this was back on September the 1st, 2012. They accomplished their goal of $2 million almost immediately. And what you got was this particular website here, being able to play in multiplayer dogfighting modules, which is currently in development, and that's the next module that's going to be released as an alpha. And citizens with appropriate packages will receive access to the 30-mission Squadron 42 campaign upon release. And I'll get to Squadron 42 in a second. 2,500,000. An additional flyable ship, the Anvil Gladiator. 3 million. 35 missions on the single-player campaign. And 40 star systems. And then Starfarer was another flying ship. And so on and so forth. And these goals have continuously been hit time and time again. And quickly, too. You're talking a span of days here between the 17th, the 18th, the 19th. I mean, it's insanity as to just the amount of money that people have pledged, including myself. Seriously, I've pledged a lot of money into this game, and I'm looking forward so much to its release. Really can't wait. So I'm actually excited now. I'm hoping, to be quite honest, I'm hoping that I'll be able to record the actual crossover into 17 million. That's what I'm hoping for. So if I actually go back over here, just so I make sure, just want to make sure that we haven't already crossed it. Okay, so they're now only about $1,000, $1,200 away. That's crazy. So there you go. That was the goals, and we've constantly hit our goals, and it really, according to Chris Roberts, it's only going to take about $3 to $4 million more before he doesn't need to use all that. He doesn't need to have all that money anymore, and the game can be made exactly the way he wants to make it and exactly the way the fans want to make it. So how do you pledge money? That was the other big question. How do you get in on this? How can you get in on the ground floor of this? Well, at the website, there is an area in the store link called Pledge. And in your Pledge store, you are able to pledge towards particular vessels. Now, my Pledge store will look different than a Pledge store from someone who has just seen Star Citizen or has just registered to the Star Citizen website. That's because I'm one of the original backers, which means I have access to a different store than those who are brand new to the website do. But this is where you can go ahead and get these game packages, where you can, for example, you can click things like a digital scout package, a mercenary package, a bounty hunter package, a pathfinder package, an arbiter package, pirate package, colonel, freelancer, rear admiral, vice admiral. There are no more, though, high admiral over here, grand admiral, space marshal, wing commander. These are packages that are available to new people as well. Now, there are different features between the original backer versions and the standard backer ones now. So I won't go too much in detail regarding those packages, but they're available. You can definitely get in right now and pledge and get yourself in on the ground floor. So what do you get besides just the game? The game is fantastic. The game looks to be fantastic, or what it's going to be. But you guys saw the ship that I showcased in my hangar. Like that's really what the game's about. It's about the ships. So look at like these ships here: the RSI Aurora, or the Origin Jumpworks 300i, the Anvil Aerospace Hornet, the MISC Freelancer, the RSI Constellation. That's the ship that I have right now. The Drake Interplanetary Cutlass. So those that want to be a pirate, this is definitely the ship for you. Or the Aegis Dynamics Avenger. These are all things that are available. And then down here at the very bottom, subscriptions. So with a subscription, you can get access to finding out how the development's going. So for example, I picked up a Imperator Prime plan. Now, if by doing so, I have the ability to participate in live monthly show and tell sessions. Once the game launches, I get access to Jump Point, which is the monthly digital magazine of Star Citizen. I have access to the Vault, a collection of Star Citizen artwork that's not seen elsewhere. I'll get access to an exclusive catalog of Star Citizen merchandise. For example, one of the very first things that they did for those that backed the game was we all got citizen cards. An actual citizen card that had your name on it and a number to it, and it was awesome. Based on your level of backing, you got a particular type of card, whether it was metal or plastic or whatever. And you get all these things. Your name in the game, VIP admission to future RSI fan events, things like that. I love learning more about the game. That's why I got it. But that's all the benefits and more that you can get just by subscribing, basically. So what is Star Citizen? Basically, Star Citizen is a game that breaks boundaries. You have a single-player campaign known as Squadron 42. It almost is like a tutorial to the game, where you're playing as part of the military force of the game, and then once you are done with those missions, once you have been drummed out and you're done and you're out of the military, you now are part of the Star Citizen universe. So it's almost a game within a game within a game, and I'm really looking forward to how they merge all the facets together. They have details in regards to what Chris Roberts is trying to do with the game. They have details regarding immersion and player choice, which, for those that want a nice space simulation, immersion is where it all is. With the support of the Oculus Rift, this game has the ability of going far and beyond anything else I've ever seen before for immersion details. Being on a PC, you can use HOTAS flight sticks or the Oculus Rift. There is no grind per se, no more gold churning. It's a fully simulated game economy, and everything impacts everything in the game. That's what matters, which is awesome. And then you don't need to have a class-based level system. You create a game that people want to keep playing, and that's all that really matters in the end. And yes, the game is going to look freaking awesome. Like the computers that are out there now that are high end, I mean, they're gonna do well. But I mean, this game, if you want to play it, I highly recommend you save up. You save up your money and you get ready to upgrade. And then when the game gets closer to launch, you upgrade, because it's going to look fantastic just based off what we've seen alone, with the hangar and with the development videos that you guys can check out on the website. It is awesome. So it's a fully crowdfunded game. Fully first ever crowdfunded game. And by doing this, by pledging now, you'll get access to the alpha, you'll get access to the beta, you'll get access to all these different modules, whether it's the hangar module or the dogfighting module, or even seeing the planet environments before the game is even finished. That's what you get. That's what I mean when I say ground floor access to a game before it's even started. The last thing I want to talk to you about right now, and this discussion was more in the lines of, well, what ship does what, in the comments section. Each ship has a different facet to it, all right? There are some ships that are fighters. There are some ships that are cruisers. There are some ships that are meant to be, piracy ships. So there is a section of the website specifically devoted just towards the different ships in the game. So, and there could be different variants of these ships. So, like, let's say, for example, this Hornet. I can show a different Hornet, F7A or the F7C. For the 300i, I can show the 315P, the 325A, the 350R, and so on and so forth. So they all have different variants. There's not just one ship. There's a lot. There's a lot of different information here. And some of they haven't even fully announced yet, like the Gladiator, for example, a carrier ship that I really am looking forward to seeing, actually, or the Retaliator. This is our ship here, the Constellation. So if we clicked over here and looked at the Constellation here, again, it just brings you right back to the page. And you can purchase the item directly if you wanted to, but then you can always still try and get in on the package deals, which is so much better right now. So I fully recommend the package deals. The Idris, which is on my desktop right now, or the P-52 Merlin. And then you can see, like, the measurements. You can see the structural, information. You can see the hard points on it, like what's available for firing on it. That's all the information that's available to you right now. And you can compare the ships. You can reset the ships, so that way you're seeing everything again, and then you can minimize these guys again. I mean, I'm looking forward to the game, guys. I don't think I can stress that enough at this point. Really looking forward to the game. And then the biggest thing, at least for me, besides just the game itself, the game information, is communicating with other people that are fans of the game. So whether you're a part of the subscriber forums or whether you're a part of the regular forums, there are people who are enjoying the anticipation for the game as well. There's even a chat room system where you can just talk directly to these people as well. But if you just want to take a look at the forums here, you guys can see that there's a whole bunch of these things, like they just announced 17 million. So if we go back over here and I click on 7 and I load up the stretch goals, oh man, $500 away. That's how fast they get the money. And then if you look over here at the crowdfunding timeline, you can see that 116,000, 70,000, 72,000, maybe 70,000, 70,000, and all of a sudden it spikes. The reason it spiked is because the hangar module was just launched. So now they just got $301,000 in a single day. In a single day they got that. And you can break it down by month. You can break it down by the hour. It's a fascinating, transparent look at how a game is getting its donations. So that's it, guys. That's basically my recap on what Star Citizen is. I know there's a lot of questions about it. I kind of showed you the hangar. I didn't give you any of the info. It was almost as if, I just fanboyed out, which I did. But here's the info, guys. Check out the website. check out the videos, check out the information that's on it. I really encourage you guys to do it. I really encourage you guys to take a look at this game. You don't need to focus on it right now. It's years to come. But if you want to really be part of something that's going to be unique and individual amongst all of the other games that are out there on market, take a look at Star Citizen. I'm begging you. Until next time, this is J Square John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.